Answer is 9 on this one. Almost everybody had that. You have to do 4 minus 1 is 3. Square it to get 9. Plus 3 is 12. Minus 10 is 2. Times 4 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. And minus 2 is 9. On this problem, you should do what's in the parentheses first, and you'll come up with a 3 here. And then on the other side, you'll have a 4. Now go back and do the exponential operation of square. 3 squared is 9. And then over here, 4 squared is 16. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 16 is 144. If you subtract 5 after that addition, you should come up with 191. If you missed the problem, watch the screen to see what happened. Go inside the brackets here, and then once you're inside the brackets, go inside the parentheses, and do 6 times 3 is 18, minus 15 would give you a 3. If you square that, you get a 9, which you multiply by 2. That'll be 18, plus 3, minus 9 would give you a 12. 12 times 2 is 24, plus 7 is 31, plus 2 is 33. The winning number today is 4.
Yes!
We have 11 out of 18 with homework, and that translates into 61%. We'll check the answers and then go back and answer any questions after we're done. On the first one, 17 plus 25 plus x equals 60 would be enough, but you have to find the answer. As you were directed yesterday, you have to find the answer. So if you do this, 17 plus 25 to get 42, you would subtract this from the right side to get the x by itself, and the answer is 18. On the second one, you have 43. X and 2x equals 115. If you combine your x's, you get 3x, and then move the 43 to the right, you get 115 minus 43, which is 72. So 72 divided by 3 is 24. The second one is 24, and the third one is 48 when you go back and solve for it. On number 3, you have x, 2x, and 4x equal to 70. If you add these x's together, you get 7x. Divide 70 by 7, and you get 10. So the first bucket is 10, the second one is 20 from 2 times 10, and the third one is 40 from 4 times 10. On the fourth one, it was boys and girls. I let girls equal x. Boys were twice as many, so x plus 2x is 3x. Divide 30 by 3 to get 10. So you had 10 girls and 20 boys. Number 5. We did all this one in class. 76 divided by 20 must be greater than or equal to G, and the answer is 4 groups are needed. When you divide this out, you get 3.8, but you can't have a fraction of a group. You're going to have 4 different ones. And for number 6, they both had some money. This one had to pay a tax of 75%. You can put 3/4 or 75%, 0.1 or 0.75. Same thing over here, except you have 50% tax, which is a half, or 0.5. This is guess and check, so you just have to start with some numbers, plug them in, and see if they work out to be 400. You have to put something in here that when you multiply it by 3/4 or 0.75, it's going to come out to be something that when you add it with this, when you multiply this number by 0.5 or a half, and you add the two together, you get 400. So after some guessing and checking, if you put 400 in here, 3/4 of 400 is 300. and half of 200 is 100. You add those together to get 400. This is in two variables. This is one step above the objective, so this would be extra credit on a test if it shows up again. Number 7, you have gasoline to haul and you have 80,000 gallons to move, but only 7,000 go in a truck. This would be good enough for an equation, but when you divide it out, you get 11 point something. So you'd have to use 12 trucks to take care of that last part that is left over. On number 8, another guess and check. You know that you have to move 88,000 gallons of gas. You have two types of truck to use. Two types of trucks. One holds 5,000 gallons, the other one 6,000 gallons. You know from the problem that they both have to be used the same number of times. That's given to you. So pick a number and try it out. If you use 5 in both of these, that would give you 25,000 plus 30,000, which is 55,000. It doesn't work out. So if you keep checking, once you get to 8, you'll figure out it's 40,000 and 48,000, which is 88,000. So 8 would be the answer for each of those trucks. Today's objective. Still the same thing. Create equations and inequalities in one variable and use them to solve problems. We may get to quadratic and simple rational and exponential functions. If not this week, then maybe next. Here's example 1. Jill has 3 buckets. Each have apples in them. The first bucket amount is unknown. What should I do as soon as I read that part that first bucket is unknown? It's X. So we'll put down X, and that's bucket 1. So that takes care of this sentence. The second has 10 more than the first. So we go to bucket 2, and it has 10 more than the first one. What can I use to represent bucket 2? X plus 10. That's right. It's 10 more than bucket 1. Bucket 1 is 10. So X plus 10 is bucket 2. So we move on to bucket 3, and the third has 5 less than the first. How would I express bucket 3? X minus 5, yeah. Okay, so that takes care of the third bucket. The total of all buckets added together is 38. What operation do I need to put through between my expressions here? Addition. What do I put between the X minus 5 and the 38? Equals, yes. How many X's do I have in this equation? 3. So I would write 3X. 10 and minus 5 will simplify to what? 5, just plus 5, right. So you have this equation to solve to get your answer. Whenever you have an equation like this, and if you were in intervention yesterday in here, this is what we went through. 3x plus 5 equals 38. You need to move this plus 5 to the right and make it the opposite operation. Instead of plus 5, you need to make it minus 5. 38 minus 5. 38 minus 5 is what? 33. What do I do to find the answer?
Divide by 3.
Yeah, divide by 3. So 33 divided by 3 is what? 11 is right. Now 11 is the value for X. We are being asked to find how many apples are in the third bucket. Here is the third bucket. X minus 5. Yeah, so you would do 11, which you found for X, minus 5, and come up with 6. Here's example 2. 4 cars traveled to various destinations over the weekend. Car 1 traveled 12 more miles than car 2. Car 3 traveled 8 less miles than car 1, and car 4 traveled 20 miles more than car 3. The total driven of all the cars is 280. We're looking for car 4. Now don't look at the whole problem together, just take it one piece at a time. And we'll shorten this down a little bit so we have room to work. This first sentence means nothing to you, so you don't even need it. You know from down here, you see that you have 4 cars in the problem, so you don't even need that. Car 1 traveled 12 more miles than car 2. Do you see car 2 mentioned anywhere else in this problem? No. And car 1 traveled 12 more miles than car 2. Is there anything at all that we know about car 2? It's unknown, so we make it what? That's how you figure out what to let x equal, and in this case it's car 2. Car 1 references it, but it's only because it has more than that car 2, and you don't see car 2 anywhere else. Chances are it's going to be your x value. So you have car 1, car 2, car 3, and car 4. And we know that there's going to be a total of 280. Okay, so car 1 traveled 12 more miles than car 2. We let car 2 equal x. So what do I put down for car 1? X plus 12 is right. So that takes care of this. Car 3 traveled 8 less miles than car 1. So what do I put down for car 3? X plus 4. Yeah, because where are we at? Car 3, right here. Car 3 traveled 8 less miles than car 1. So remember, car 1 is x plus 12. That's this right here. If it traveled 8 less miles than car 1, you have x plus 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. So we can put down x plus 4. And then car 4 traveled 20 more miles than car 3. So car 3 is x plus 4. And if it goes 20 more miles, it's x plus what? 24, right. Okay, so we'll go back through and put in the plus signs here. We already have the equal sign down a little to the right. How many x's do I have in this problem? We have 4 x's, right. So 4x, 12 plus 4. 16. 16 plus 24. 40. Should be 40. And it's all equal to 280. Do you remember what we do with this plus 40 in this equation? That's right. Switch the operation, move it over across the equal sign. I'm going to lower this down a little bit so I have more room to work. There we go. So it should be 4x equals 280 minus 40 now when we move it over. What's 280 minus 40? 240. And divide by 4 to get what? 60. Now x is which car? 2. We're looking for which car though? We're looking for 4. Car 4, remember, has x plus 24. So if I put 60 in here, how many miles did it drive? 84 is right. Four people are reading books. Person 1 read 12 pages less than person 2. Person 3 read 25 more pages than person 1. And person 4 read 18 less pages than person 3. The total pages read by all 4 readers is 356. How many pages did person 1 read? So 4 people are reading books. Person 1 reads 12 pages less than person 2. Is person 2 mentioned anywhere else in the problem? No. So we'll make person 2 turn out to be x. So we'll put an x there and we'll go ahead and fill in person 3 and person 4. The total is 356. So person 1 read 12 pages less than person 2, so it's x minus 12 for person 1. Person 4 read 18 less pages than person 3, and I've skipped over person 3. There it is. Person 3 read 25 more pages than person 1. Remember, here is person 1, x minus 12. And the third one read 25 more pages. So a negative 12 plus 25 would give you a plus 13. So we'll do x plus 13. And then on person 4, they read 18 less pages than person 3. Here's person 3, x plus 13, and they read 18 pages less than person 3. So if I take away 18, I'm left with a minus 5. Are there any questions about how we reached this point before we go on? Okay. How many x's do we have? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 4 x's. And what is negative 12 plus 13? 1. What's 1 minus 5? Negative 4. Yeah, minus 4. So 356 is the total. What do I do with this minus 4? Change it, move it over to the right, and make it positive 4 or plus 4. So 4x equals 356 plus 4. What is 356 plus 4? 360. And what do I get when I divide 360 by 4? 90. Now, 90 refers to what person?
Person 2.
Person 2. What are we looking for? Person 1. So person 1 here is x minus 12. 90 minus 12 is how much? 78 is right. Three students received test scores. Student 1 received a score that is twice as high as student 2. Student 3 received a score that is 20 points higher than student 1. If the total of all scores is 220, then what is student 3's score? 3 students received test scores. Student 1 received a score that is twice as high as student 2. Do you see student 2 anywhere else in the problem? No, and it's only referred to as being something else twice as high as that. So we'll do student 1, student 2, and student 3 with a total of 220. And student 2 is x. Student 1 should be what? 2x. And student 3 received a score that is 20 points higher than student 1. What should I put for student 3? 2x plus 20 is right. So plus signs. How many x's do I have in this problem? Yeah, 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. And then we have plus 20 left over. What do I do with that 20 in this equation? Yeah, move it to the other side and make it a minus. So we'll have 5x equals 220 minus 20. And that would be 200. What's 200 divided by 5? 40. 40 refers to what student? The second one. And which one are we looking for? The third one. The third student is this one, and it's 2x plus 20. So put the 40 we found in for x. What's 2 times 40? 80. 80 plus 20 is what? 100 is the answer. The equation you have to set up is 7 times the quantity squared of x minus 5. Close the quantity and set it equal to 28. I have to multiply 7 by some number to get 28. What do I multiply 7 by to get 28? 4. That means this must be 4. So we have the quantity squared of x minus 5 set equal to 4. What number can I square, multiply by itself to get a 4? 2. So that means x minus 5 must be equal to 2. Move this over to this side and make it plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. For your homework assignment, you must show all work necessary on notebook paper. Do not cram it onto a paper copy that I give to you.